You think your problem is money. It's not. You think your problem is strategy. It's not. Your problem lives in your brain, inside billions of neurons. Right now, your financial ceiling is not determined by the market. It's determined by a fixed sequence of neurons that you repeat every single day. And until you understand how beliefs physically live in your brain, you will keep repeating the same financial results. Today, I'm going to show you what a belief really is, not philosophically, physically, so you can touch it. I'm Ravi Gabis, and welcome back to the Gabis Show, where we unlock the secrets of real wealth in the United States every single day. If you're serious about mastering capital creation, not just motivation, subscribe now. This channel is structured financial training. And if you want to go deeper into building capital step by step, there is a free investing webinar in the description below. Start there. Now let's talk about how beliefs actually live in our brain. Yesterday, I explained the mechanism of how results are created in our lives, and I told you something very simple. Your beliefs determine your results. So today, I want to go even deeper. What is a belief? If it is so important, we need to understand how it actually works. Let's start from the beginning. Scientists talk about something called an imprint. It's the first belief that appears in your life. It forms when you are born. And they say this belief influences your entire life more than any other. And it's almost impossible to change. There is an interesting theory. For example, in some USSR countries, children were taken away from their mothers immediately after birth. Imagine this. A baby spends 9 months inside the mother. He hears her heartbeat, he hears her voice, he gets used to that rhythm. That's his entire world. And then suddenly he's born. It's cold, it hurts to breathe, he sees nothing clearly, and immediately he's taken away. No heartbeat, no familiar voice, new sounds, cold environment. What is the first belief that appears? Fear. Some say it was done intentionally as a way to manage society through fear. Today things are different. Now babies are placed immediately on her mother's chest, and it makes sense because the first belief is extremely powerful. It becomes the foundation, and changing it later is very difficult. Some psychological methods try to imitate the rebirth process because the brain often reacts similarly to real and deeply imagined experiences. But that level is complex. Let's move to something we can actually control, because after that first imprint, many other beliefs appear in your life, and those can be changed. But to change them, we need to understand how they live in your brain. And here comes the important part. Your brain consists of billions of neurons. If you could open it and look under a microscope, you would see an enormous network. When you think, information travels from one neuron to another, physically, electrical signals. Now imagine a neuron like an octopus. It has multiple legs. When information moves from one neuron to another, those legs connect somehow. Then the signal moves forward from neuron to another neuron to neuron. That is thinking. It's not abstract, it's physical. Your thoughts do not float in space. They exist inside those billions of neurons. Your imagination, your personality, your confidence, your fears, all of it exists there. Now, what is a belief? When you think the same thought once, a certain sequence of neurons activates. When you think it again, the same sequence activates. Again and again and again, and those neurons decide something. According to the law of saving energy, the brain prefers efficiency. So instead of reconnecting every time, those neurons fix themselves in that sequence. They stabilize. They make access easier. So the next time the same thought appears, it runs automatically. That fixed sequence of neurons is a belief, not something mystical, not philosophy. A stabilized configuration of neurons in your brain that gives you fast access to the same pattern of thinking. That's why beliefs feel natural. They are simply easier for your brain to run. Now imagine this. Now imagine the following. If you could enter your brain and rearrange those neurons in a different sequence, you could change your results. If you could copy the exact neurons configuration of Elon Musk, for example, and duplicate it inside yours, theoretically, you could produce similar decisions and similar results because results follow beliefs. But we cannot do that kind of brain surgeries. So, how do we influence this system? That's what we will talk about tomorrow. Today, I hope you have understood something important. Beliefs are not abstract, they are physical patterns in your brain. And if you repeat the same internal dialogue, you reinforce the same neural configuration, which means same thinking, same actions, same financial results. Tomorrow, we'll go deeper into how to deliberately reshape those beliefs without surgery, of course. If you're serious about changing your financial trajectory, subscribe now. This is not entertainment, it's mental capital engineering. And if you're ready to build capital step by step, the free investing webinar is waiting for you in the description. I'm Ravi Gabis, and I'll see you tomorrow.